Welcome to today's story of resilience, grit, and success. Against all odds, the unstoppable journey of Jack. In this video, you'll hear about one man's journey from rock bottom to the top of his industry. A journey that proves success is possible even when everything seems to be working against you. Jack grew up in a rough part of the city. His neighborhood was notorious for crime, poverty, and violence. He was raised by a single mother who worked multiple jobs to keep food on the table for Jack and his two sisters. Life was a constant struggle, and from a young age, Jack knew he would have to fight for a better future. In school, Jack struggled to keep up. His home environment didn't allow much time for homework, and the pressure of his surroundings made it hard to stay focused. By the time he reached high school, he was falling behind in most subjects. Many of his peers dropped out to join gangs or make quick money on the streets. It seemed like there were only two paths: get pulled into the chaos or find a way out. For Jack, the turning point came one night when his best friend, who had chosen the dangerous path, was arrested. That night, Jack sat alone, thinking about his future. He realized that if he didn't make a change, he would end up in the same situation, or worse. That realization lit a fire inside him. He didn't want to be a statistic. He wanted something more, not just for himself, but for his family. Jack knew education was the key, but he had so much catching up to do. So, he made a decision. He would wake up at 4 a.m. every morning to study. For the next 2 years, that's exactly what he did. Jack didn't have access to tutors or extra help, so he used the internet, library books, and any resources he could find. He taught himself the subjects he had missed, slowly improving his grades. It wasn't easy. There were days when he felt overwhelmed, when the weight of his circumstances seemed too heavy to bear. He doubted himself, wondering if his hard work would ever pay off. But Jack was determined to keep going. He had a vision of a better life, and that vision kept him moving forward. By the time Jack graduated high school, he had not only caught up, but he had become one of the top students in his class. His turnaround was so dramatic that his teachers took notice and recommended him for a scholarship to a local community college. It was the first real opportunity Jack had ever been given, and he wasn't about to waste it. In college, Jack worked harder than ever. He balanced a full course load with 2 part-time jobs to help support his family. He barely had time for socializing or relaxing, but he didn't mind. Every hour spent working or studying brought him closer to his goal of building a better future. Jack majored in business administration, inspired by the idea of one day starting his own company. But even in college, the road wasn't smooth. Jack faced financial difficulties, often struggling to pay for books or basic necessities. He dealt with self-doubt, wondering if he was truly capable of reaching his dreams. And yet, every setback only strengthened his resolve. Jack had learned that when life gets tough, you push harder. After 2 years at community college, Jack transferred to a prestigious university on a full scholarship. It was a moment of triumph, but also the beginning of a new challenge. The university was more competitive, and Jack was surrounded by students who came from privileged backgrounds. They had the resources, the networks, and the confidence that Jack lacked. But Jack had something they didn't: an unbreakable work ethic and a refusal to quit. During his time at university, Jack's passion for entrepreneurship grew. He started a small side business, selling custom apparel online. At first, it was just a way to make extra money, but soon, Jack realized it could be more. He began pouring all his free time into the business, applying everything he learned in his business classes to make it successful. The first year was tough. Sales were slow, and Jack often found himself questioning whether it was worth it. But just as he had done throughout his life, he kept pushing forward. He reinvested every dollar he made back into the business, learning from his mistakes and improving along the way. By the time Jack graduated from university, his side business had grown into a full-fledged operation. He had built a loyal customer base, expanded his product line, and learned how to market his brand effectively. But Jack wasn't done yet. He had a vision of turning his small business into a major player in the fashion industry. For the next several years, Jack worked tirelessly to grow his company. There were moments of doubt and fear, but Jack never let them stop him. He faced countless challenges, from supply chain issues to financial setbacks, but he had learned long ago that success isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about overcoming them. Eventually, Jack's hard work paid off. His company exploded in popularity, attracting major investors and partnerships. What had started as a small, online business was now a thriving brand with stores in multiple cities. Jack had become a successful entrepreneur, far exceeding the dreams he had once dared to dream as a young boy in that tough neighborhood. But Jack's success wasn't just about making money. He used his platform to give back to his community. He created job opportunities for young people from underprivileged backgrounds and started a scholarship fund for students who, like him, had the drive to succeed but lacked the resources. He mentored aspiring entrepreneurs, sharing his story and encouraging them to chase their dreams, no matter how difficult the road might seem. Today, Jack is not just a successful businessman, but an inspiration to countless others. His journey from a struggling student to a thriving entrepreneur proves that with determination, hard work, and an unshakable belief in yourself, you can achieve anything. Jack's life is a testament to the fact that no matter where you start, it's how you finish that counts. As we wrap up this story, let Jack's journey remind us all that the road to success is never easy, but it's always worth it. When life knocks you down, get back up. When obstacles seem insurmountable, push through. And when you feel like giving up, remember Jack's story and keep going.